Hey everybody, happy Monday. I hope you are doing well and staying safe out there. I am giving you a Phoenix market update for the housing market on this Monday as it relates to the coronavirus outbreak and all that we are facing right now. So, it's going to be a little bit hard to give any sort of prediction on what will happen with the housing market, but what I can tell you is what we're seeing in terms of change of numbers and things like that that help us kind of see where things are going. And there's a few indicators that are showing that our demand has fallen quite a bit, and that's not surprising. I don't think a lot of people are out there looking at houses right now because they don't necessarily want to go into people's homes when there is a virus running rampant. So demand has fallen off a little bit, and altogether that will kind of soften our market. But just some stats that I can read off to you. Our new listings are up 10% from last year at this time. So I've been saying week after week after week after month that we are in a seller's market. There are no homes for sale. Inventory is so low, and have been saying that constantly, which has been the truth. But now all of a sudden our new listings are up 10% over where they were at last year at this time. And what's interesting is that leading up to this last week, we were actually down 8% year to date with these new listings. So obviously there was a pretty stark change over the last week, and more listings came to the market. We're also seeing that the active listings that don't have a contract on them, so anything that's active and not under contract, that number has increased 9% from last week. And that's a combination of the new listings that we've seen coming on the market, and then also a decrease in buyer activity and decrease in that demand that I mentioned. So that number makes sense. Just very interesting to see and very weird because we haven't had any increase in new listings in quite a long time since I've been kind of reporting on this information. These increased listings are mainly in the midsection of our market. So we're not seeing this in the luxury market really at all. Anything above 800,000 is not seeing an increase. That's kind of staying where it was. But we're seeing a huge increase, 150,000 to 300,000 price range, increase of 19% in those new listings hitting the market. So that's interesting to see, but also the supply was so low in that price range as of a week ago that pretty much any increase was going to be pretty significant. So that's kind of what we're seeing. A lot of the listings that are coming on right now are a combination mainly of condominiums. Then you see some more single family homes, and then mobile homes. So, but the majority are condos, and here's my guess on that. I think there's many investors out there that may have rental properties, maybe short-term rentals that are not being used right now because of the restrictions on travel. And they've decided to list them and liquidate that asset for income, since their rental income might be low. So that's kind of where I suspect that's coming from. But what I can say is, with all this going on, we're certainly going to see a slowdown and possibly a halt in real estate especially if non-essential businesses are shut down for a temporary amount of time as we get through this. So I don't think that it's going to have a price impact too significantly yet. It's hard to tell, but I definitely think we'll see a halt, and then hopefully things will start to get back to normal and better as we work through all of this. So those are updates, more listings on the market. So as a buyer, if you're still ready and willing to go out there, you've got more options to choose from, which is more than what I could say for the last 2 years. So if you have any questions, as always, reach out to me anytime, and stay safe and healthy and enjoy the beautiful weather that we're having.